Good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. So I've got a sleeping dog on my lap. This little Dipsy has gotten bigger and bigger, but he's quite a companion. How are you tonight? Oh boy, wait till you hear this. So a few months ago, I emceed a show, Wyckoff Fair, which is a yearly occurrence that has all women performers. It's amazing. It's in Dexter's Tales and Tunes. Is that what it's called? Dexter's Tale and
Tunes and Ales.
Tunes and Ale, whatever. They've got books there too. So they have, yeah. So anyway, we go there, and every year I get to meet new musicians, which is a lot of fun for me because I always get to bring the good ones on my show. So anyway, I'm walking around talking to people, and I hear this sound. It wasn't a noise. I promise you it wasn't a noise. And I turned around, and I leaned against the pole I was by, and I was, for the whole set, these girls bring music to its 5-star, let's make it 11. They're amazing. They've got incredible harmonies. They've got songs that are rich with truth and emotion. And as soon as they got done playing, I went over and I introduced myself, and I'm sure they had no clue who I was, or not that I'm anybody, but I'm like, come on my TV show, come on my TV show. And I went home and I called Richard, and I'm like, oh my God. And he put them on stage at the Garlic Festival, and he's drop-jawed too, because, and then after the Garlic Festival, the buzz around town was all about them, because, what did I say? They're pretty damn amazing. So I want you to just get comfortable and listen to the richness that these ladies bring to the table. They're absolutely incredible. They're going to be performing coming up the first weekend of November. We'll talk about that in our interview, but you're going to want to put that on your calendar too. Please welcome into your heart, into your home, and into your sound-waved ears, Carlyle.
They said he's a heartbreaker, baby. They said he'll only love you and run. Who said that I've never been a killer? Sounds fun, I'm a sucker for a thriller. They said he's a heartbreaker, baby. I said, I know, I know, I know. I said, I know, I know, I know. They said he's a loose cannon, baby. They said you shouldn't be messing around. Well, I've never been a crowd pleaser, won't blink and I'm out a misdemeanor. They said he's a loose cannon, baby. I said, I know, I know, I know. I said, I know, I know, I know. You take the wheel and we could just drive all night. I'm not afraid, there's not much I'll leave behind. I think we'll be alright, yeah. We'll settle down a white picket fence life. They won't believe the way that we've changed, despite the odds of falling into wicked love. Let's make a getaway, baby. We've never needed this town. They just don't know you like I do. God knows I'm a sucker for a tattoo. Let's make a getaway, baby. We gotta run. Let's run. You take the wheel and we could just drive all night. I'm not afraid, there's not much I'll leave behind. I think we'll be alright, yeah. We'll settle down a white picket fence life. They won't believe the way that we've changed despite the odds of falling into our wicked love. Our wicked love. And if we're a cliche, so be it. All the greats were to go down in history with you. Call it an empty summer fling because they lived their lives without risking all that we've been through. So are you ready to let me take the wheel and we could just drive all night? I'm not afraid, there's not much I'll leave behind. I think we'll be alright, yeah. We'll settle down a white picket fence life. They won't believe the way that we've changed despite the odds of falling into our wicked love. Our wicked love.
Woohoo!
Thank you. So our name is Carlyle, and my name is Mary, and this is Allison. And we've known each other for, we just talked about this the other day, almost 20 years. We've known each other for a really long time, and we used to play in an alternative rock band together. And after we stopped doing that, we missed music a lot. So we decided to start writing, and we would send these like voice memos back and forth to each other as we were going through the writing process. And eventually we just said, we've been doing a lot of this like writing together. Why don't we like show it to people? So now we're out and we've been playing a bit. Recently. Yeah, pretty recently. Less than a year since we started like doing anything seriously, and we're having a great time.
And you're amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us here. We're really excited. Whoa, holy cow. So this next one is called Rearview Mirror, and it's about when you have someone in your life that's hurt you, and you run into them after being away from them for a long time, and you have to sort of play nice after you see them for the sake of, you know, the people around and everything, and you make small talk and it's awkward and you both know that like things ended badly. So this one is called Rearview Mirror. And I'm going to take a second to make sure that I'm tuned. Another thing with this tune is that when I first wrote it, when I first like wrote the lyrics and everything like that, I sent it to Allison, and she like mixed it and sent it back to me with her on it, and it totally changed the song. And usually this is what happens. Like I'll write a song and I'll think, this is okay. And then I'll send it to Allison and she sends it back to me with her like gorgeous take on it. And then all of a sudden I love it because she added to it and it made it sound so much more beautiful.
That's what a partnership is all about.
All right. Rearview mirror. Here we go. Is it too much to ask for a light and a joke? No, I don't smoke. I thought maybe you might have picked it up on the road since the last time we spoke. I remember you wore that old flannel with the holes in the sleeve. I wonder if it even matters. I didn't ask you to leave. you.
Thank you. We recorded that song not too long ago. We released 2 recordings, so you can find it on Spotify or Apple Music.
Nice.
Wherever you enjoy streaming or downloading, it is there.
So this next one is sort of like a venture into country-ish music for us. We mostly play like pop and folk, but I started thinking about like what TV shows and books I like the most, and they're always follow the same trope of like the love-hate, like the enemies to lovers sort of like storyline. And
Right.
so this one is called Tennessee Hands, and it's about that. So you have to like follow the storyline. Trouble written upon every stupid, beautiful, nonchalant response. Yeah, he could be deadly. Oh, 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 please don't fall. He's got trouble written upon every stupid, beautiful, nonchalant response. Yeah, he could be deadly, and I hate him already.
Thank you.
I'm telling you guys.
Thank you so much. That's a new one for us, so we appreciate the feedback.
It's a good song.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe, so you're saying we should lean more country when we can?
No. Just keep doing what you're doing
Okay.
because everything you do is like what you're doing. It's,
Great.
out of 5 stars, you get an 11.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, we already talked about this.
I love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we able to?
You can do whatever you want.
We able to bring up the volume out here of the vocal. This one, it has like a lot of dynamic in this one, so you'll see it's like quiet but loud also. Just preparing you.
Both mics, just you.
Both.
She's asking for more monitors for both vocal mics.
This next one is called Time to Mistakes, and it's the oldest song that we play. I think it was maybe the first song that we had written together, just as the two of us, where it was like ukulele and Allison, and usually it's just Allison singing, and she's recently added in some piano to this.
Strings, actually.
Yes, strings, which I think adds so much. This is my favorite song to perform because it really means a lot to me, this one. It's about like when, again, I guess all my songs are really have the same like theme in them, but it's when you see someone after a breakup and they seem like they've moved on and they're happy and everything's fine and peachy keen, and you're like, how are you over it so quickly? And so this one is called Timely Mistakes. Life's been hard on me, but I limit my confessions to people who find humor in the tragedies for the sake of filing complaints. You could have been kinder, a bit more timely when you made your mistakes. You smile through the aftermath, it's bright, it's blindingly safe. Well, don't mind my haste in judging your absence of concern for ruined and the bird. You made your transition, it all seems so simple. I watched as you turned the lights down, turn the lights down, this serenade. I built it for you to remind you of these holy words that you swore would carry you home. Well, I held them close and I made them true. Not like you take your holiday, go find a romantic view. Just allow me some silence and peace, maybe the truth. You fake remorse and heartbreak, seem so well practiced. Theatrics come easy to weathermen and politicians. Hey, I'll meet you halfway. I'll give you back every ounce of unearned affection in exchange for right of way. 'Cause these holy words that you swore would carry you home, well, I held them close and I made them true. No
Thank you.
everybody. Feels weird going from that song to like the next one, which is sort of
Change the pace a
more
little.
upbeat.
Well, it's nice to have upbeat when you
Yes.
make us all cry.
Yes. Sorry. So this next one is called Cynical Sally, and I was listening to a lot of Paul Simon when I wrote this one, and I was like, Paul Simon has this way of just writing these songs that feel so fun and upbeat. And of course he has dynamic too, so he's the other side of things, but I think I was listening to like the Graceland album, which is so good. So here we go. Hammered on a Tuesday, avoiding yet another midweek life crisis. Think I missed your birthday. It might be for the best 'cause I'm not up to party. Cut another bouquet, but I'm not the only one he's sending roses. He said it's all hearsay. My mom is in denial, hopes he still proposes. So what? What now? So what? What now? Cynical Sally, but I finally opened up the possibility. Time to turn around, shore up the defenses. Shouldn't be here anyway. Up for that promotion, lost it to a slacker in a suit and tie. His ego might be swollen. He said it didn't even have to apply. Lost my car in blackjack. It's not that I'm unlucky, just bad with the numbers. Caught the train to get back. Robbed for $20 by school kids, they're vultures. So what? What now? So what? What now? Cynical Sally, but I finally opened up the possibility. Time to turn around, shore up the defenses. Shouldn't be here anyway. Giving up the chase for heartstrings and lovers. Maybe it's a fantasy. Get into perspective, leave out the wreckage, get a new identity. I shouldn't be here anyway. My path is open, but I'm scared to resort to wishing and hoping. Dreamers float in space to nowhere. Hey, how's the air out there? Oh, Cynical Sally, but I finally opened up the possibility. Time to turn around, shore up the defenses. Shouldn't be here anyway. Giving up the chase for heartstrings and lovers. Maybe it's a fantasy. Get a new perspective, leave out the wreckage, get a new identity. I shouldn't be here anyway. Ah, Cynical Sally, but I finally opened up the possibility. Time to turn around, shore up the defenses. Shouldn't be here anyway. Giving up the chase for heartstrings and lovers. Maybe it's a fantasy. Get a new perspective, leave out the wreckage, get a new identity. I shouldn't be here anyway. I shouldn't be here anyway. I shouldn't be here anyway. I shouldn't be here anyway.
I heard Julio down by the schoolyard right from the first chord. I'm like,
Yay.
yep.
Okay, good.
But that's cool. That's cool. Great song, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Haven't we said that? Hasn't one of us at least said that about every song they've done so far? Unbelievable.
Thank you guys.
Freaking believable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Every time we need a confidence boost, we're just coming to Grandma's
Can we
attic.
come back here?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Yes, actually. It again feels weird to go to like a really sad song afterwards, but
Oh my gosh, you and your sad songs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's okay.
Life is an emotional roller coaster, and I think
It-
we're just capturing the full spectrum.
This one is called Miserable Things, so definitely a sadder one. But it's about when, and maybe you guys have experienced this, but it's like you engage with someone like either in a family dynamic or a relationship dynamic where it seems like they like enjoy when people around them are sad or like when other people around them are upset. So this is sort of like leaning into that idea. Gotta adjust here. Okay, here we go. When my old man took me out on a walk, he said, don't you ever listen to all those folks. They'll leave you bruised trying to heal their own wounds, so I guess that explains it. Later on he helped me carry some boxes down 3 flights of stairs. When I left your apartment, he asked me if you'd ever had any scars, and I said, please don't start. 'Cause you've always shined bright, surrounded by miserable things. I have to guess that you picked me to make yourself king of everything. I wonder if I'm just one on a list, if I started like this, or if I just forgot how to sing. Always been missing a heartstring, losing myself and restarting. Maybe I am what you thought me, just one of those miserable things. He called me up, said he had to check in to see if I'd grown up to be just like him. I said, when I have a few tears in my eyes, I can see it. He asked me if we'd ever patched up our things, and if I ever really learned how to sing. I told him I'd never set foot on that 3rd floor again. I'm on the mend, 'cause you've always shined bright, surrounded by miserable things. Now I have to guess that you picked me to make yourself king of everything. I wonder if I'm just one on a list, if I started like this, or if I just forgot how to sing. Always been missing a heartstring, losing myself and restarting. Maybe I am what you thought me, just one of those miserable things. Ooh. I made a promise that I'd turn out fine. There are days when I think that I've done it, I'm redesigned. Then you reach out, I have no defense. You're looking much brighter already. I'm here again, climbing up those steps. 'Cause you've always shined bright, surrounded by miserable things. I have to guess that you picked me to make yourself king of everything. I wonder if I'm just one on a list, if I started like this, or if I just forgot how to sing. Always been missing a heartstring, losing myself and restarting. Maybe I am what you thought me,
So, you guys want to do one more song, and then, then come talk to me,
Great.
because we got lots to talk about.
Sounds good. This next one is another one that you can find online. It's called Our Place, and it came from a place of thinking about all of the people who always want more, or things that are more extravagant, and we both are sort of like simple. We're really happy with like cozy, small lives that aren't too extravagant, and we're really content in that. So this one really came from, I don't know, that place. We each have, like, I have a house and it's like on a farm, and she has a house in the woods, and so that's sort of like where it comes from. When I was young, all that I wanted was a safe place to hang up my hat, a place that was warm and cozy and modest, with a porch light to lead me on back. 'Cause where I belong is a quiet place on a long drive. Give me cobblestone steps, endless sky, and the love of a man, and an afternoon dance to a love song, a small town romance. Out in the cold, it's silent, not solemn and gray, without fading to black. And when you go still, it's never to punish, 'cause our place is safe from all that. 'Cause where I belong is a quiet place on a long drive. Give me cobblestone steps, endless sky, and the love of a man, and an afternoon dance to a love song, a small town romance. Ooh, I found my place. Ooh, well worth the wait. When we're older, we'll get by, just live out the good life, just settle down. Small house, small town, our house, our town. 'Cause where I belong is a quiet place on a long drive. Give me cobblestone steps, endless sky, and the love of a man, and an afternoon dance. 'Cause where I belong is a quiet place on a long drive. Give me cobblestone steps, endless sky, and the love of a man, and an afternoon dance to a love song, a small town romance. To our love song, a small town romance.
Woo-hoo-hoo! All right. While they are coming over here and getting mic'd up and things, and I try to shut off my device. Guys, so many fun things are going on. So tomorrow, like I know when, no, not tomorrow. Let's see, this is going to air next. Anyway, the weekend of November 2nd, which Saturday is the 2nd and Sunday is the 3rd, there's so much going on. Have you ever heard of World Kindness Day? Guess what? November 2nd, we're having a fundraiser at the Hygienic for World Kindness Day. And then on the 3rd, we're going to be at the Nick, and these ladies are playing because it's Women's Voices 8. I believe it's 8. Richard Douglas and I put on a show that funds the Rock and Roll Camp for Girls. Christine Ullman headlines that show these ladies are playing, Midnight Anthem is playing, and who? Gracie Day. Ooh, I forgot. So anyway, so come on November 3rd to the Knickerbocker, and just realize that every penny that you spend that day, we'll have raffles, is going to the Rock and Roll Camp for Girls that is 100% about teaching young ladies the business of rock and roll. Not just playing guitars, not just playing drums, not just singing, but production and recording and selling and promoting. That's what it's all about for those girls at the Rock and Roll Camp for Girls. And Christine Ullman, of course, sits on the board of that camp, and we raise money for it every year, and these guys will be there. So yeah, okay, so I can shut that off. Welcome to Grandma's Attic. Oh my goodness. Ladies, I have to tell you that ever since the first time I saw you perform, I knew that there was stardom in your future. And do you feel it? Do you feel it coming?
I feel very excited about the community that we're finding. Yeah. Just playing music again after a while, like after a hiatus for us.
Right.
I think we found.
Do you guys have your? Okay, it's not you guys. I don't know where it's coming from. But anyway, so it's so cool. So you guys used to play together in a rock and roll band?
Yeah. Yeah, an original like alternative rock band. We were,
What was the name of the band?
Waking Elliot.
Waking Elliot. What were the years that was going on? Because I don't remember it. But
2010-ish.
Oh, I wouldn't have known it.
Yeah.
I was too busy. I was too busy doing nothing. I was doing my radio show, and we were here, but no, maybe we weren't here. I was definitely doing my radio show, though, but I didn't go far from New London, so Waking Elliot probably never came and played in
we
New
played
London.
the LNG a few
You
times.
did?
We were in the area.
You did?
We did.
Yeah.
At the LNG?
Yes.
Oh, that was the club to play.
We were there a lot, yeah.
Yeah, but that was the club to play, even as early as
It had a lot of history.
the 40s.
Yeah.
It was the dance hall to come from New York or Boston to dance at.
Nice.
It was. So, I was, yeah. Okay, so before the Elliot band, the Waking Elliot, how did you guys meet?
Well, we actually met because of Waking Elliot.
Okay.
So, to make a long story short, we both married members of our band. So,
there you go.
My now husband, was the guitarist, and Mary's now husband was the bassist. So, I followed my boyfriend at the time, and I was like, I want to hang out with you all the time. Can I join your band? And he already knew Mary, and they were making music during college.
Yeah.
So we met then.
Yep.
Wow.
And we've been friends ever since.
Do your husbands still play music?
Not really as much, but
No.
like
Did they understand what you two have?
I
They're
think so.
very
Did they
supportive.
get
Super
it?
supportive. Super
They
supportive.
know what it
Yeah,
does
but
for our
supportive
mental
is
health.
supportive isn't necessarily knowing how much talent they have in you guys.
Oh.
I don't know how to keep expressing it. I just don't. So you've been since I met you guys at Dexter's, you've had a couple of really fun gigs, and you've met Richard Douglas. He would be so upset if we didn't mention his name. Let's just say thanks, Richard.
Yeah, hi,
Richard.
And he had you on stage at the Garlic Festival. That was probably one of your bigger gigs since you guys got together. How was that?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
We got interacted with so many people, and he gave us a really great spot. So we kind of caught people on their way in, and we felt really, really lucky to be there. And we also got to, try out some of the vendors, and we met some of the vendors and small businesses. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and listening to some of the other artists too. There was a lot of great music there that day.
There really was. Who did you meet that was there?
Well, I saw Gracie Day playing in the gazebo.
Yeah,
That was great.
she's amazing.
Yeah.
So we're excited to see her again at Women's Voices.
Yeah.
She'll be there.
Yeah.
Did you meet Christina Meadows? Because she was around the corner from you over here. And
We didn't.
I don't think so.
how about the Tone Shifters? Did you get to
We got to watch a little of them, but we were playing for like 3 hours,
Yeah.
so
Right.
we didn't have a lot of time to
Right.
interact, with the other artists as much. But we got to eat a lot of good food.
A lot of good food.
Empanadas.
So
Yes.
now this is a big question. When are you going to have a CD for us to play on the radio?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
So
It is a great
we
question.
have started recording. I think we played music separately for so long, and during COVID and everything, we were just shooting tracks back and forth and kind of building things digitally. So we are still developing our music, I would say, but we started recording. We have about 6 tracks in the work. 2 of them have been released and are on Spotify and Apple Music, but we're hoping to finish the others. And
So do people just go on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever else your platforms are and look for Carlyle?
yeah, so our username is Carlyle Makes Music.
Okay.
Surprisingly, Carlyle is a pretty common name and part of a lot of different band names. So ours is Carlyle Makes Music.
Okay.
Yep.
Excuse me. And you go up on one of those Tickgram or
TikTok? You're on
Talk-
TikTok with us.
I do. I follow you guys all over the place,
Yeah.
and every time your name comes up, I pop right in. I pop right in, and I'm like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And sometimes you're there alone and you're doing something, and you're experimenting.
Yeah.
You did Hallelujah.
Oh, yeah.
That was so much fun.
Thanks.
And I've heard so many different bands attempt, let me just get honest, attempt to do that song. It's not an easy song.
No.
You guys kill it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Kill
That's
it.
another like one of our
Thank you,
favorites.
yeah.
to,
And then you did,
cover,
then
too.
you alone did something, was it last night? I don't know, this week has run together. But you were sitting alone and you did something and I was like, they just don't quit. You just, you get better and more sure of yourselves and more invested in what you're doing every time I see you. And I think that's so important. I think that the two of you investing in each other's craft, you adding strings to that song was
Yeah.
brilliant.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant. What made you decide to do that?
I think
Did you hear it in your head?
I definitely hear things in my head.
Okay.
all the time.
Yeah.
But
The voices.
musically, I think because we're only 2 people and we are limited in the amount of depth we can build just with the keys and with ukulele, I think we're just always trying to find ways to add more body and more bottom end and more emotion into what we're doing. And I think strings just felt like the right fit for that song
Oh my
because it
gosh.
is so dynamic and it called for that.
It did. It was perfect. And I sat here and I was like, oh my God, that's so
Whenever
perfect.
the strings come in when she plays, I just get filled with like, yes.
So,
So excited.
Did you know she was going to add strings to it? How did you feel when you heard it? Because you wrote the words, right?
Yeah. So
And sent her like,
yeah, I
words.
sent her ideas, and we worked together a lot on that one.
Right.
Like structurally, and talked a lot about what we wanted the bridge to do and things like that. But I'll send her like an idea, and sometimes the idea is like 30 seconds, and sometimes it's a fully like realized song. And so that one, I sent it to her, and I never really heard anything back from her. Normally she writes back, and so she had like sort of missed it in the our chat that we have going. And
Mary sends a lot.
I do.
So just so everyone
It's
is,
not all
like,
good.
Well, it's like train of thought sometimes,
Yeah.
right? It just like pours out. It's like, here's a verse. Maybe this is something. Maybe it's not.
Yeah.
Here's a verse and a chorus. I don't know. Maybe, and then she'll like leave it alone. Sometimes she'll go back to it.
Yeah.
So we're never lacking in ideas. It's
Yeah.
just sometimes they'll grab us
Yep.
and we'll just naturally start building out
Yep.
something.
And then months later, she said, I found this. What is this? And it was Our Place, the last one we just played. And I was like, oh, I kind of just thought it, like, I don't know. I just sent it to you. And she's like, I love this. And she was very excited about it and then, like, put all the stuff in it. And I'm like, okay, now I like this song way more.
now I really like
Yeah.
it. Now I really like this
Yeah.
song. Have you written a set list or put together sort of a set list for women's voices yet?
We have ideas. I think it's going to be probably a similar length to this. So I think we'll probably pull some songs we've just done. Richard did request that we do Alleluia. So I'm sure we'll play that. It's a really fun one for us to
You
play.
have to do what Richard tells
Yeah,
you to
yeah,
do.
yeah.
You really do.
We
You're
owe him. He's welcomed us in a lot of things, so
Yeah.
we're excited.
Great. So I think, although I wouldn't have put you in that position, I think you guys are opening the show.
Yeah.
We are.
Yep. I think we're the smallest group. I think the other groups have more people
Well,
that night. So
Midnight Anthem is 5.
yeah.
And I don't know what Gracie Day is. I guess she's bringing her band.
Yeah.
So perhaps, which is fine, because once people hear you open the show, they'll be like, okay, I'm done. They will have heard perfection and they'll be able to move on.
That's nice.
Not that Christine Ullman isn't perfection, because she is. It's just different levels of perfection there, if there is such a thing. I don't know.
Well, we're all women, so we'll all be
It
fabulous.
will,
be
and
great.
it will be amazing. So, what makes you play the bass ukulele?
Yeah, the
So,
baritone.
what is that? The baritone ukulele. What is that?
So-
What brought that to you?
When we stopped playing with like the full band, my husband got me a classical ukulele, which is like really small.
Right.
And I started like writing on it on my own, and I hadn't done that in a long time. And then I felt like because it was higher pitched and my voice is high, I felt like I was really lacking in like the depth department.
Yep.
So I kept going up a different size in ukulele until I got to the biggest of the ukulele family, which is a baritone.
And it felt right.
Yeah, and it felt right.
It
and it was
sounds
like,
right.
thank you.
It fits you. It meshes with your voice. It just it enhances what you guys are already doing.
Thank you.
So I just think you guys are on your way to people beginning to realize how awesome you are. And I think that your husbands need to step up their game.
They're doing great.
They're great.
No, I'm sure that they are, but they need to recognize how talented you. Maybe they already recognize. I'm just saying they need to know that you guys are not 5 stars. You're 11. That's from me. And we all know that I'm really not. I'm just grandma on Grandma's Attic. It's a little tiny show in a little tiny community in New London, but it means that it's real to me. And when I tell people that they're good, it's because they are. I don't play. So I want you guys to put together an album. I'd love to have you come do the radio show.
Great.
Because that's what I do. And we want to write about you for Soundwaves magazine, if that's something you're interested in.
Totally.
Amazing, sure.
Yeah.
So I think that we'll do that maybe for the newcomers, new music, new January issue. Does that sound
Very
good?
cool.
Great,
Very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so we'll have to write that like the week before Christmas. We'll have to get together and do that interview. But it's so great. It's so awesome. Tell everybody again where to find you on the platforms and on the streaming everything. Just tell everybody, and anything else you want to tell people. Because I've already talked about women's voices and I've
Yeah.
gushed all over you guys.
So make
Too
sure to
much.
come out and see us at Women's Voices.
Yep.
Um,
At the Nick.
definitely at the Knickerbocker. We're really excited to play.
2 p.m. It's early.
Yeah,
It is. It's a
we're on
daytime
early.
thing. We'll be out of there at the latest, we'll be out of there is like 8 o'clock.
What day?
Sunday the 3rd
Yep.
of November. I'll pick you up.
And all of the women performing are incredible, and so it's just going to be like an awesome night or day.
Day.
Day and evening.
Raffles and
music.
alcohol and
Yeah.
food and
Yep.
music and all women on
Yeah.
stage.
Yep.
Doesn't get any better than that.
So that, and then we're pretty active on social media, so you can find us on Instagram and TikTok. Carlyle Makes Music is our handle. And you can find us on Apple Music, like Allison said, Spotify.
Pretty much any of the streaming platforms.
YouTube has our songs on there. So.
Awesome and wonderful. And they'll be up on YouTube after this show airs tonight. It will be up on YouTube in the morning. Ladies, will you take us out with a song?
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you. Don't forget to
thank you.
forget to
Yes.
untether. And while they are untethering and getting ready to do a final song, Dipsy says hello. Dipsy, say hi. He says, no, I want to get down and chase women around. Remember, it is cold outside now. make sure that your neighbors have the things that they need. If you have elderly neighbors, make sure their heat works. Make sure that they're not sitting around shivering. Make sure that your neighbors with little children, that those kids are running around with socks and boots or socks and, you know, mittens and scarves or whatever. If you need help helping your neighbors, please reach out to me. You know where to find me. If you need help helping your neighbors, let me know. I'd be glad to point you in the right directions. Kindness is a superpower. Remember, World Kindness Day is November 13th, and we'll be all over New London with random acts of kindness starting from 2 to 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, we'll be at the Social with Soul Factory and a big kindness cake. So remember, be kind to your neighbors, be kind to your friends, and be kinder to those that you think are your enemies. They may be the ones that save your life someday. Love you all. See you next week.
Thank you for having us today. We're really excited to be here. And thank you, Grandma, for those really good reminders. This one is called Party Dress. At home, and I'm nursing my wounds here on my own. Haven't left the house since, I don't know, has to be a couple of days that I've been feeling sorry for the hand that I've been given, spending way too much time staring at the ceiling when I need to just do some healing. I've been hoping that you would take me out nice night for a dance, put on my party dress, bright lights, got my hair done up right, backseat got the moonroof, fans up over my head. Phone call, too much energy to lift my head at all. Would you listen to me? Isn't it pitiful? Hit you back in a couple of days. I've been feeling sorry for the hand that I've been given, spending way too much time staring at the ceiling, and I need to just do some healing. 'Cause I've been hoping that you would take me out nice night for a dance, put on my party dress, bright lights, got my hair done up right, backseat got the moonroof, hands up over my head, loose, little blurry, just the right amount, music's up, it's our song, the one that's all about living once, take a chance.